Beginning singers, this video is for you. I'm going to give you your 3 most important goals as a beginner. You want to make sure that you start your training correctly. You will sound better, will improve more quickly, and have more fun if you start right. Welcome back to another edition of Victoria's Victorious Vocal Tips. 31 years of teaching voice, 43 years of studying voice, all different styles. My students have ranged from ultra beginners all the way through advanced touring professionals, choral directors, and voice teachers. So this video is going to be very basic. I have tons of videos on very serious technique for all different levels of singers. I also have a beginner's playlist with lots of videos where I guide you step by step what to do next. But in this video, consider it your very beginning before you do anything else. This is what I have taught in my beginning voice classes for over 30 years. A common question that I want to answer right off the bat is, anyone with a healthy speaking voice can sing. Notice I said healthy. What does that mean? That means a voice that is easily produced and clear. So I don't mean breathy, I don't mean tight, and I don't mean grovelly or hoarse sounding. Easily produced. So our very first goal before we even think about singing is just opening up and allowing the voice to come out freely. Without that, we really can't do much else, can we? We're going to do 3 simple exercises that everyone will be able to do. It doesn't do you any good to start talking about breathing, breath support, posture, tone quality, open throat, larynx, resonance, if you can't even just open up and let the voice out freely on a simple vowel. So for our exercise number 1, all we're going to do is open up and speak ah clearly, like this. Ah, just in a nice free speaking voice. Ah, lower voices might be ah, higher voices might be ah, but we're not even thinking about singing yet, just speaking. Ah, what I don't want is this. Ah, or ah, I don't want breathy and collapsing. Ah, and I don't want tight, constricted. No, no. If you can't speak without this constriction or with getting a nice clear speaking tone, then you're going to have trouble when you go to singing. So let's do it again, and I want you to be sure that you're doing this at a moderate volume. So on a scale of 1 to 10, I want a 5 to a 6, like this. Ah, here we go. Ah, one more time. Ah, good. That should be easy and just feel free and feel good. So our first goal was to open up and let the voice out freely. Goal number 2 is to have an open and free throat. So we're going to do this exercise again, and I want you to think about your throat as a nice big open canal, like this. Ah, and if you tend to get tight like this, ah, then I want you to put your 3 fingers on both sides of the neck with a little bit of what I call friendly pressure out and down, just to invite that throat to stay open and not go into the squeeze, which I call the enemy of the singer. I have lots of videos about that. So 3 fingers, here we go. Ah, one more time. Ah, great. Exercise number 2, as we continue to experience this freedom, we're going to do our spoken sirens or glides, like this. Ah, or low voices might be ah, high voices ah, but we don't want this. No squeezing. You see, we are setting your foundation for your lifelong healthy singing right now. So as we do this, if putting your 3 fingers on both sides of the neck helps you to stay free, be my guest. But we're just going to glide up and down, experience that voice moving easily, feeling the cushion of air just guiding us up and down like this. Ah, here we go. Ah, you don't even have to do a big glide. It just doesn't have to cover a lot of territory. If this is all new to you, you can start out very small like this. Ah, or ah, but I want you to feel free and just let that voice out. Here we go. Ah, excellent. This is super important. So you have just experienced one of the most important principles in singing, letting the voice out freely. And to some of you, this may be no big deal, but I'm sure many of you in the beginning are shy and introverted. If you're shy, watch my video on the shy singer. You know, it's usually when we feel self-conscious or nervous and we hold back that we get into trouble. That's why I'm putting all this emphasis on easy exercises just to get that voice out easily. Plus, you're having fun, right? The third goal for beginning singers is to experience the voice as a full-bodied activity. Like I always say, good singing is very athletic. It involves the coordination of many different muscle groups. The sooner you are aware of that, the better your singing will be. We don't sing exactly the way we speak. If we did, why would anybody need to take singing lessons? So now I want you to stand up, have your feet planted firmly into the ground, opening up the arms like we're hugging a big tree, knees strong but not locked. And we're going to bounce and turn the body gently side to side. What does this do? My friends, we are experiencing the energy that we will apply to singing from head to toe. So let's repeat our second exercise, the glides or the sirens. Up and down freely while you move the body side to side like this. Ah, here we go. Ah, one more time. Ah. Now I picked ah. You can pick whatever vowel you like. In my experience, most singers do best on ah because in the beginning it just helps them stay open. So we have just gone through our three goals. Opening up and letting the voice out freely. Number 2, having a free and open throat. And number 3, experiencing the voice as a full-bodied athletic activity. Now we're going to sing. So we're not going to do anything fancy. No scales, no learning notes. All we're going to do is speak ah twice and then sing and hold the note for 2 beats. Indiscriminate pitches like this. Ah, ah. Ah, I'll pick the note for you right now. So higher voices can be up here. Ah, lower voices might be down here. Ah, or here. Ah, we're going to speak ah twice, then sing. Here we go. Ah, ah, ah. Don't change. I often see this. Singers will go ah, ah, ah. Oh, they change and they get tight. See? The sooner you learn to keep that throat nice and open and free, the better you will sound. So let's do it again. Ah, ah, ah. Don't change anything. Keep everything nice and open, nice and full-bodied and athletic. So if you notice, I'm doing this in my middle voice, and that's what I recommend you do in the beginning. Start singing in your middle voice, which is probably easy for you. So let's try it here. Higher voices. Middle voices, lower voices. Here we go. Ah, ah, ah. One more. Ah, ah, ah. This should feel good. It should feel energized and it should feel vibrant. Now, if you have trouble matching pitch, I recommend that you go online and get a pitch monitor app. Most of them are free, they're easy to work with, and will guide you for pitch accuracy. So when you do these exercises, once again, I want moderate volume, about a 5 or a 6 on a scale of 1 to 10. Also, keep the volume even throughout, no petering out. So don't do this. Ah, or ah. No, leave your mouth alone. Just stay open. It's only 2 beats. You don't need a lot of air. So no tanking up and no collapsing. Remember, you're building your foundation for your lifetime of healthy singing. I think we better do 2 more, okay? So, we're up here now, or here, or here. Speak first. Ah, ah, ah. Here, here, or here. Ah, ah, ah. Be proud. Now you noticed I didn't talk about posture or breathing or breath support or resonance. I have tons of videos on all that. Follow my beginner playlist. But first, you got to get that voice out freely. And don't worry if you don't like the sound of your voice. That's what training is all about. I always have to tell this to people. They say, oh, I hate the sound of my voice. Well, that's why you've come to train. I have lots of videos to help you achieve better tone quality and how to find your own true and unique sound. I'm going to show you quickly how you apply these 3 important goals to your singing. Ah, you are the wind beneath my wings. Ah, all of me loves all of you. Or, ah, caro mio ben. You see, letting your voice out with ease and freedom. Now let's talk quickly about your practice plan and also what kind of songs you should work on. Practice. You need a regular practice plan. Minimum 10 minutes a day, and everybody can find 10 minutes even in the bathroom. And don't do random exercises without a purpose, because that's not going to help you. See my video on my exercise formula. And if you're serious and want more structure in your practice, then I highly recommend you get my program, Victoria's Vocal Exercise Program, that can take you from your beginning stages and will give you enough to work on that will probably last you most of your singing life. I include exercises in that program that I give to all of my students and that I do myself. So it's unique in that it addresses whatever your particular needs are, and better yet, it's very affordable, and I offer periodic group classes to members. See all the links below. Now, singing is no fun if you don't have a song to apply it to. But what many beginners do is they pick songs that are way too hard for them. And actually, it's not helping them at all, because they wind up getting into bad habits because the song is just too much for the body to handle. So, pick songs that are easier, that sit in the middle range or maybe low range, whatever is easiest for you. No big jumps. I would say moderate in volume and moderate in tempo. Slow singing and fast singing are bigger challenges. And in the beginning, you want to build, your good habits and consistency. Keep it simple rather than being too ambitious and building bad habits that will take you longer to undo. It is now time for Victoria's Wisdom. The 3 most important goals for the beginning singer are: number 1, let that voice out freely and easily. Number 2, have a nice, free, and open throat. And number 3, experience your singing as a full-bodied athletic activity. I hope you have enjoyed another edition of Victoria's Vocal Tips. Don't forget to subscribe. Tell your friends. Leave me some comments. Leave me some thumbs up. Follow me on social media and continue letting your voice out freely and easily, experiencing the joy of singing from head to toe. And I look forward to seeing everyone again very soon.